National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. On the Eagles sideline, there is their head coach. His guys playing extremely well, 6-2 in their last 8. On the other side, the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of the... Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds. They'll throw here on third and short. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. That's complete. It is Foster Moreau. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Short pass caught by Moreau. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Second and 10.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
Philadelphia.
They'll stay on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles.
And this is certainly what they've wanted to do all season long, and it's a huge reason, Mike, for this winning streak. Their ability to jump teams early and play with a lead. Everything is so much easier for the coach, for the offense, for the defense. Playing with a lead in the NFL is the ultimate position to be in.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Seahawks nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his third year in the league.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
Good for a Seahawks first down.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
Third and 8.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Brings up second and
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all use in space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
That'll be good for 11 yards. Still short of the first down marker. And third down coming up.
brings up third down.
They'll run the sneak. And he will have the Seahawks first down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches. Now a give on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1.
Brings up
A little closer. Here's second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. His 12th touchdown of the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's given defenses across the league a lot to think about when they try to game plan for him. Consider he's currently 2nd in the NFL in quarterback rushing yards. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Philadelphia.
A gain of 12. First down, Eagles.
They'll look to throw. He gets this to Moreau, left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He was brought down at his 40.
Here's 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
He'll look to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. They have been one of the better teams in terms of throwing football this year, and the numbers bear that out, and they have come out of the gates hot in this one. They'll begin here on the ground, and they'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter from the 35. Here's 2nd and 5 as we are ready to get back underway. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll go up here 1st and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd down, they'll run.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Moore going in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another Seahawks 1st down.
Now, faking the give. To the right side here, pass is caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
1st and 10.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
Incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separating the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's a run. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Seahawks. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Eagles 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
And an Eagle first down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with.
First down, Philadelphia.
Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to brag. I'm just telling you that I'm legal.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that.
And he's in! Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. Corey Horton now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. The drive will start on the ground. And they'll knock him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
First down, at the 39.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline. It really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there in a no zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man coverage? So the versatility and the chess piece that is the running back position, it could do so much to help not only the play caller, but also the quarterback.
The toss, left side, caught by his running back. get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Eagles offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. The middle they go. And this will not help the cause. He's going backward. Tackles back at the 8. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
At the 8-yard line.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down. Going for it all. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. His throw left side is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Now a give up the middle, and this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. We're back to Seattle after this. This is 3rd and 6. Out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He'll look to throw here on 1st down. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 7.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
That's complete to Moore on the right side. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. back to the 11-yard line for second and goal.
At the Eagles' 11-yard
Moore
line.
going in motion. Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That one taken in. Touchdown Seattle. That is second TD catch of the season.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, like the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
That's good for Eagles.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Our look around the NFL starts now. It begins in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the 49ers. And this is the Niners wideout. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Niners get the victory here. They win it by 10. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the New York Jets. And this is the Titans quarterback. He's going to take this one himself. He also had 2 touchdown passes in the game. The Titans took care of business. They win it by 5. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one. So still a little work what to do now on third down.
Number 10. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. That one complete for Moore. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Putting the tight end in motion.
44-yard line.
Left side, it's caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Right there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got us.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
They'll try to run for it.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short the first down.
Some extra bulk out there. They're going to roll the dice and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try to run. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on down.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams trying to defend in the red zone. Look at this graphic. 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a QB. Handoff here, up the middle, and somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. Fought through that first contact. They'll bring up 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. It's a pickup of 12. Good for an Eagles first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. He's going to tuck it and go. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes him pay.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down. Now, faking the give. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Open man, left side. He's got it. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 17-yard line.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
First down. It's a gain of 6. And an Eagle first down.
Once to his right, and he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks 9-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. His throw out in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
And that is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will cut the lead down to 4.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, here comes Horton. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Here's a 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So With that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now give on the ground. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Here's a 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think you'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And 12 yards to go.
They'll throw out of the gun. This is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that'll be a pickup of 3. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 6. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Philadelphia.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
To number 26. A 7-yard gain on the play.
And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. They forced a punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum on point with his passes. Generally,
let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and the quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the sack.
work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Seattle.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
A throw on the move is caught. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 46-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. They'll try to set up the screen here.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 3. Back to throw. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for the Seahawks.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Wells, another catch for his favorite target. So the Eagles will use their first time out here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to try out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll take off again. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
2 brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll look to throw. He gets that to his tight end, Moreau. So time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores. They do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, though.
Eagles, first down.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. They'll come up for 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. Right side, he's got Moreau. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and get there on the carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. And a few kneel down should come close to closing this one out, depending on whether or not the defense wants to use those 2 timeouts they have left. But it really would just prolong what seems to be inevitable. He'll work forward to about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They'll stick with him again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts. And will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
And a nice job there defensively on 3rd down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short at the 1st down.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. So, here are the Eagles down on the scoreboard. A little over 50 seconds to go. They're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot down the field. That'll be batted away, incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
He'll get up and stop it here. The spike comes with 19 seconds to go. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. They'll try to convert it on 3rd down. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. The pressure intensifies for 4th down and 3. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw yet again. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. That will do it. This one comes to an end. For the 12th man, a factor here as it's a win for the Seahawks. They bounced back from the loss last week. Really put in a determined effort, come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.